𝘼𝙪𝙨 to come into the yard.
The white ones won't get.
We've got him just coming down the tunnel, so that's him. Kieran Maher not far behind. So out of the shadows will emerge the Derby favourite, 𝘼𝙪𝙨 number 1, Johnny Allen, Kieran Maher and David Eustace.
Well, it's been an outstanding achievement to win 2 Group 1s so far with this horse in his short career in an unconventional manner. But second up, 2,400, off a month, on a heavy 9. He'll have to be a special horse, but Kieran knows him like the back of his hand, and he's adamant that he's got him right, and he races best when fresh.
He should get the right run running. He's drawn a nice soft barrier. Johnny Allen will be able to put him wherever he likes, given that there's good speed on paper because it's such a big field going to that first turn. Again, I think he should end up with a perfect run.
Number 2 is 𝘼𝙪𝙨, Hugh Bowman, James Cummings.
Well, he's timed his run to improve here. Very good in the Victoria Derby last preparation. Seems to map okay for the right run, just that there's no wet track experience.
There's no wet track experience, but his runs of late, it's been crying out for a distance. He seems to be working home well, so he'll definitely be suited by the 2,400.
Forgot you, number 3, Mark Zahra for Trent Bussett and Natalie Young.
Sets up well, blinkers off, real stayer, toughened up for this with a nice hit out in a slowly run Rosehill Guineas, so I think he's a big improver.
Castlereagh Kid, number 4, Nash Rawiller, on for Gai Waterhouse and Adrian Bott.
Yeah, blinkers off. He's the type of horse that rolls forward, makes his own luck on top of the speed, if not in front, and left alone probably gives a good sight.
Yeah, I reckon he'll be a little bit cheeky, Ronnie. I think he should sit outside lead here. He's drawn a little bit tricky, but given Nash will give him a dig in the ribs and get up and over, but I think he'll sit outside lead, he'll run well.
Regal Line, 1 of 2 for Murray Baker and Andrew Forsman. James McDonald rides Regal Line.
It'll be a popular result if he wins for Murray, probably having his last Derby runner in Sydney here. Real eye catcher on Monday in the Tullocks with a great Derby trial. Prior to that, he made a long sustained run in the New Zealand Derby, and you look at that, he could easily, he doesn't have to be improved much from Tuesday, and I think he could well be the best stayer.
Yeah, just hope he hasn't had the wind taken out of his sails. It was a big, strong run home. He worked home well, but just hope it hasn't been a bit taxing on him.
Stablemate is White Noise, Robbie Dolan.
He was fancied on Monday, but I thought he was a touch disappointing after seeming to have his chance, so needs improvement here.
Number 7, War Eternal, Damien Lane, Bjorn Baker.
He has some wet form. He's won here at Randwick in the past. He's had a lovely grounding. He's been a continual firmer in the market since Wednesday, here, there and everywhere, so I think he's got a little sneaky chance.
Character number 8, 4 of the last 5 Derby winners have won the Tulloch. This is what Character did. Tommy Berry, James Cummings.
He was beautifully placed in the Tulloch, I thought, last week, and he delivered. I think he was suited coming back to 1850 there, so good ride got him home. And he's hit form at the right time. Just some queries with him running this distance right out.
Yeah, I thought his Newcastle was terrific. Map's good for Tommy. Should be in the first 3 or 4, just beyond the speed. Given the way that he went up there at Newcastle, I think he'll run super.
Can't go wrong. Jamie Carr for Maher and Eustace.
Look, he won his first 2 starts well at Sandown. He was big odds in a couple of Victorian lead-ups there without raving. Untried on the wet. I'd probably prefer a few others.
Yeah, it should map okay for Jamie. Obviously got back at the Valley last time, but there was good hot speed, which is probably going to get here very similar today. But given the hot speed, she got home well.
Morris is me dad, Josh Parr, Bjorn Baker.
Well, he got a negative ride at Albury against the older horse, and he was okay railing up there late into a place. I just would have preferred a drier track for him. I like him as a horse, but I just would have preferred drier.
Raging Bull, Craig Williams, David Payne.
Well, I can't believe this got to 60 to 1. He was great in the Victoria Derby in the spring, running 4th, and his 2 runs back, he's poked along okay. I think the stable can produce an upset in these 3-year-old staying races, and I think he's one you could easily include at big odds.
Another runner for Maher and Eustace is 𝘼𝙪𝙨, number 12, Chad Schofield.
Yeah, good without winning of late in Victoria. Didn't win his maiden at Newcastle in Sydney, so he's got the strong pedigree being by Deep Impact. He's in the right yard with a few little gear changes. Yeah, I can't say no.
He might take up a little bit more forward position, Ronnie, than last time as well. He was in the same race as Can't Go Wrong at the Valley. Worked home good, but again, probably take up a bit more forward position from the good gate.
Okay, next is Zoom on. Tim Clark for Waterhouse and Bott.
He's a nice enough horse, but he just doesn't look a 2,400 metre horse to me. But you've got brave when you say that about one of the Waterhouse Bott runners.
Clyde. Sean Guymer, big ride for him. Gary Portelli's looking for back-to-back Group 1s on the day.
Well, he got very hot and bothered there at Newcastle, and I still thought he stuck it out okay up there. So he'll probably get warm again today, but he's nowhere near as bad as he was there. So if you're a fan of Clyde, this is a much better parade so far today than it was at Newcastle.
Yeah, he's parading really, really well, and good luck to young Shawnee Guymer having a ride in a Group 1 race, Derby. Good luck.
Okay, I'm just trying to see underneath the strappers singlet there. Is it the bone, the white, the off-white, the beige, or the ivory with Benno? It might be the cream. Brett Navdullah, John O'Shea, Benno, number 15.
Well, I thought he put the writing on the wall there with one of the best lead-ups last Monday. I think this is a fit horses race, so he'll fit here. He got an awful draw. Whether Brendan just nicks him at the start and rides up the inside, I don't know. But I think the double-figure odds, he's worth a try at the stumps.
I thought his run was terrific at Newcastle, Ronnie. Could have hit the line a little bit better, but I just thought Brendan giving a nice ride. Had to drag him back out of the race. Didn't really like the barrier and having to go back to where he did, but just loved the way that he attacked the line. 2 starts back, I was quite disappointed with him at Rose Hill. I knew he was a better horse than what he is, but really happy to see the way that he ran it to Newcastle.
Footlights, another one for Busselton and Young. Willie Pike rides Footlights.
I thought he was pretty good, having his first try on a heavy track last time at Ballarat when he was up in distance. He's not the worst 50-1 chance. Is he still 50s? I don't know, but he was 50s this morning. I think that's over the odds.
Sea Treasures, Rachel King-Bune Baker.
Solid winning 2,300 on the heavy at Newcastle last start. I'm not sure about the depth of the form about that race, but he's had a good toughen up run at 2,300, like most have it here.
Yeah, it's going to need a little bit of luck from the barrier, Ronnie, but if given the luck, I know it's a big jump in class, but I could see this horse running a cheeky race.
And the 18th horse in the Derby, Akahata, Brock Ryan, Bune Baker.
His most recent win was a Mudgee Class 1. I doubt that's the right form here.
Okay, let's get the thoughts of a man who won 2 derbies, Corey Brown.
I really like number 2, Allegron. I think his Victorian Derby run was absolutely super. He's paraded really well, and it maps terrific for Huey Bowman here. So I think he's given the right run, he'll look the winner.
I'm 15-5, 1 and 3. I'm with Benno. I think he's worth a throw at the stumps here. He's certainly drawn out wide, but I think Abdullah's got a confident look about him now. He's got out and won a couple of Group 1s of late. The previous race, I wouldn't be surprised if he just gets a little slow out of the barrier and tries to find the fence and ride for luck here. And I think he's been set up beautifully with a recent run, as has Regal Lion, who's had a couple of grand finals now, though. He's already been round in the New Zealand Derby, but I don't think that poses him too many problems. He's a tough nut. And then the boom horse, Hitotsu, he might be the real thing, and the market's kept him very safe here late. He's back into 310. He's been all over the place. I'd suggest this is the shortest he's been since Wednesday, and like I said, it's not conventional what they're doing with him. And Forgot You, well, I just think the perfect preparation for him through the right form lines. 15, 5, 1 and 3, Glenn.
Yeah, well, a market in 2 runners here. Haitotsu now out to $3.20. Well, he went up $3.60 this morning. He's been as short as $2.80. He's been as long as I think that $3.60 may have been the longest he's been all day. But he's back to $3.20 as we speak now. Regal Lion, as long as 6, as short as $4.60, is back to $5, and then it's $11 bar the top 2 here. Character, who got to as much as $13, is now $11. Benno, well, he hasn't moved a lot from $12 all day. He's on the next line of betting. Allegron, Corey's tip there, as much as $18. He's now at $13. That's the shortest he's been today, and he's touched that a couple of times. Forgot You has been the biggest drift of those at the top of the market. $8.50 earlier today. Now we're out to $13, although he did get to $14. War Eternal, as much as 21, as short as 13 is now 14. Castle Ray Kid, as much as 19 is now 16. Can't Go Wong, as much as 31 1 is now 26. Raging Bull got to $61 there at one stage. It's now a $31 chance. 𝘼𝙪𝙨𝙧𝙖𝙡 at 34. Footlights and White Noise at 41 a pair. Basically around that mark all day, both of them. Morris's Me Dad's at 51, Sea Treasures 61, Zoom on 81, Clyde 101, and Akahata at $251. But 𝘼𝙪𝙨 looking to join a couple of handy gallopers, Greg. Mahogany and Dulcify of winners of the Victoria Derby going on to win the AJC, or ATC it was now, Australian Derby since it's moved to the autumn.
First run in 1861, the Australian Derby, and the horses are getting to the start here, the 1.5 miles, and the barriers sit right in front of the brand new wing stand. So the people in that public stand up on the top floor get a bird's eye view of the start of the Derby, and who knows, they might know the winner when they come past at the 200 metre mark, or the 150 metre mark to be more precise, from where the barriers are set up. It's an intriguing Derby, Duff. It's not easy. We've got the form line going back as just recently as Monday.
Yes, for sure. You know, like I say, there's a quick backup for these 3-year-olds going up the highway to Newcastle, and then you got this favourite who's got a real X factor about him. He's got his light on his feet. He's a dual Group 1 winner. The combination won the Derby last year with Explosive Jack, Johnny Allen and Kieran Maher, David Eustace, the three of them, and they know how to win a Derby between them, the three of them, because they're experts at it and they've got a good experience. So interesting to see what he does. I'd say he'd ride him a little bit closer, this favourite today, for him. He just can't give up these good draws, especially when you're such a dominant force in the market. So, but he's a cool customer, Johnny, and I can't see them going that hard here. It looks like, well, Zoom On we thought was a leader, and then I heard Adrian say we'd like to hand up and get some cover. So I would have thought the only horse he could hand up to is his stablemate here, and that's Castlereagh Kid.
Ellie Mosley at the back of the gate. Surely these 3-year-olds are nice and relaxed.
They are, but you know what's interesting? A few of the jockeys are just trying to fire them up and probably switch them on a little bit more. I noticed Mark Zara's just jumped off Forgot You. Zoom On's very relaxed. In fact, Zoom On probably did the least amount of work coming out here. He was one of the first to come back, obviously on the short back up. A little bit fired up is 𝘼𝙪𝙨𝙧𝙗𝙮, who's probably just about to be loaded away now as one of our first. Cool, calm and collected is Allegron. Regal Lion, the big scopy Jackalbury, just getting switched on now as well by James McDonald, as he does like to do. Just sort of turns them round in circles, getting them to switch on. Castlereagh Kid is getting very warm under the saddle. If you had an interest in Castlereagh Kid, he's getting quite warm now. Allegron is loading away well. 𝘼𝙪𝙨 doing everything right. The favourite, he's got his ears pricked. He's about to be loaded away as well. And then just on War Eternal, who always been quite taken by, he's very switched on. Benno, he's normal, relaxed, absolute dude of a self.
𝘼𝙪𝙨 in the corded cap, Forgot You in the black cap, Footlights in the white cap. 3 in the same colours here. The caps are distinguishing. Here's Morris's Me Dad coming up in the green with the white cap. The Derby field taking shape. Any late changes, Glenn?
3:30, Greg. Now 𝘼𝙪𝙨. Regal Lion stays 5. Character 11. Allegron into 12. Joins Benno at that price now. Forgot You and War Eternal at 14 a pair. But 𝘼𝙪𝙨, he's been favourite for a very, very long while in the Bentley Australian Derby, and he'll jump as that.
Only a couple out. This is Sydney's Blue Riband. The Bentley Australian Derby, 2,400 metres ahead of them. Your caller, Darren Flindell.
Now, 2 to move in. As Regal Lion looking to provide Murray Baker with 6 Derby wins in his final season of training. And we're just about ready now. There's the light. The Bentley Australian Derby is ready to run. Takes her back, they're off. And Zoom On left particularly well together with Allegron. Wide out Castlereagh Kid. Morris will be Dad handy together with War Eternal. Clyde's going to park just behind them, and Character's going forward. So after the first 200 metres, it's Castlereagh Kid showing good muster to clear those on the inside. He's looking for the lead now from Character is right there and lands a terrific spot turning out of the straight to Character on the outside of Zoom On. And Morris's Me Dad continues to push forward in advance of War Eternal. Eternal. They're followed then by Footlights, who's pretty handy down on the inside running rail. A length further back to Clyde on the outside of Azami. A leg run in the second half of the field now. Forgot You with the black caps out deep. Can't Go Wong railing through. A length clear to the favourite Hitotsu. In advance of Regal Lion. So the two favourites in the second half of the field. Then came Raging Bull from Benno. Further back to Sea Treasures, Akahata. And White Noise at the last one, about 16 lengths off the lead. 1,500 metres to run. And Castlereagh Kid looking to make all. A length in front to Morris of Me Dad. Zoom On holds leaders back third. A length further back to Character. Pretty much the spot he was on Monday when winning the Tulloch Stakes, just in advance of Footlights. 2 lengths then to War Eternal, followed by Azami. Then came Clyde from Can't Go One, a leg runner. Forgot Youth cast 3 deep the trip. Further back to Regal Lion on the inside of the favourite Hitotsu. 2 lengths then to the great Benno and the red cap, who's over on the inside of Raging Bull. Then came Akahata from Sea Treasures, and White Noises last as the Derby field start the run down the side. They've got 1,000 metres to run, and Nash sitting pretty here on Castlereagh Kid. A half length to Morris as Me Dad. Zoom On third from Character, given every chance. Then Footlights 3 back the fence on the inside of War Eternal. Now Clyde is pulling out deep together with Hitotsu, trying to improve their positions. Further back to Azami. Then came Can't Go Wong. Regal Lion is strung up in the middle of the ruck together with Raging Bull as they approach the home turn now. Benno's pulling to the outside. The grey trying to get into it. Further back to White Noise from Akahata dropping out, and Sea Treasures as they bunch on the turn. Castlereagh Kid from Morris and Me Dad. Characters pulling out. Footlights getting a rails run from Zoom On. Then came War Eternal. Down the outside, Hitotsu and Benno both putting in big runs. They're wide out, and Benno moved up on the outside of Hitotsu. Through the centre as a leg run. It's a leg run coming out on Benno. Between them, Hitotsu trying to lift. Hitotsu is lifting from Benno the outside. The grey Benno goes to Hitotsu. Hitotsu clings on, and Hitotsu wins the Derby. The first since Mahogany to do the double. Hitotsu just from Benno and a leg run, and they get the rest. Big margin back to Zoom On. Then Sea Treasures, Morris's Me Dad, Raging Bull, Castlereagh Kid, Regal Lion, War Eternal Clyde. A big gap back to Footlights from Forgot You. Azami, Can't Go Wong. Character dropped out from White Noise, and Akahata was last.
He just can't do what this 3-year-old does. He jumps from a mile.
To the 4th horse, but all honours with the winner. He's a superior colt.
2:39, 39, 37, 35. Look at this. Here's Benno. He's got past Hitotsu. Then they started to roll in. Huey came out to them, gave the winner a bump, Hitotsu, and he's bounced off him and has won the Derby. Corey, he's good. He's just more than good.
What a horse, what a ride, and what a training performance. That is absolutely amazing.
Benno second, Allegro third, 1:15.2 in the Derby. It was a neck by a long neck, and we'll come back and chat to Kieran Maher and Johnny Allen.
Welcome back to Eagle Farm. It is time for race 6.